Shut up and sit down.
There you go. Let's put it on the hard one. There you go, folks. We'll get there. I must change my intros. I keep having wrong intros playing. Yeah. Hello, folks. Anyway, Colin here, Festa 67's workshop, and welcome.
Hello.
A bit of Monday madness. Yes, folks. The alternative eModels stream bi-weekly. When it ain't on, it'll rotate between me and Fox's channels, and this week it's on mine, folks. So welcome, one and all. Let's get the pimpage out of the way. If you'd like to help keep the channel going and support me, you could do so by heading over to patreon.com/Festa67's workshop, or head over to my channel, click the join button below that, or any of my other videos, become a member. All of that gives you access to the Zoom 24/7 off-air hangout. Also, if you've got a webcam and mic, it gives you the opportunity to come in on the Festa and Friends streams. You can also click the $sign below the chat, just below there, and that'll put in a super chat. It all goes in a pot and helps pay for all of this. You'll notice at the top of chat there's loads of affiliate links there for you that you can click and save money. I get a little kickback from that, but you save money, you don't pay any more for your products, and it just helps me out. So when if you're going out and buying tabletop gaming stuff, save yourself a few quid by using that affiliate link. There you go. Talking of chat, let's just have a quick run through, because that's where all the groovy people live. First in, we've got the lovely, delectable and wonderful Marcy, Scale Model Muse, dishing out the hugs. There you
Are you covering your backside there, Col?
too right. I even got my hugs in right at the beginning as well there. And she scored the ultimate in brownie points because she's just ordered from your link. Thank you very, very much, Marcy.
Very nice. Very nice.
And that's me putting in a thank you. She says, hi, Foxy. Hi, good
Hello,
afternoon,
yours.
everyone, says Paul D. Tommaso. Love to you and Dawn, mate. I hope you're both doing well. Scale modelling chaos is in. Hello, Rita. How you doing, mate? Doing some decaling on your motor tonight, mate. So you're in for a treat, mate.
Yeah.
Bill Lewis is in, says evening all. Let the insanity begin. Yeah, we try our best, mate.
We do.
Jackie's in, saying evening, gents.
Hey, Jackie.
Paul says the chaos shall start. The Bobbins, it says, in tonight's episode, Festa will build something and Fox will denub a dude. Probably.
You can see the future. You can see the future.
PJ says, evening, boys and girls and those that haven't decided yet. Told you, mate, it's the cut of the hot pants, mate.
Which depends on which side you dress, as we found out.
Absolutely. Rita says, yeah, but he won't finish denubbing the dude. They got you sus.
I did 2 last time. I did 2 tonight.
Paul says, Fox is going to fiddle with his metal dudes. Jeff Light is in, says, good evening, Cole, Fox, and everyone in chat. Love to you and Maggie, Jeff. Muse says, be right back. Stupid dog needs to go out again. PJ says, hello, Colin, Gufforn, Fox, and everyone in chat.
Hello.
Andy Preston is in, says, hi, everyone, as is Philip from Primetime Modelling, saying, evening, Pete. There you go. So
I don't know why I've got Guthorn out tonight. It's not a Friday.
how the hell are you? How's me mum?
How's your mum? Your mum's feisty. My mum's probably just as feisty.
Oh, yeah. Quote. Oh, mate, I've got a treat for you.
Go on. Tell me.
Yeah. There was a street party along by me mum.
Oh,
She rang me up this afternoon.
yeah.
And I said, you're all right? Nah, she says. I said, what's up, mate? She said, I got the hump. I said, all right. Well, tell us all about it. She said, well, there was a street party the other, because of the bloody coronation. She said, they rattled on me door. Oh, you're coming to our street party? She says, excuse my language, am I fucked? She says. So they went, oh, but it's for the king. She said, you could stick the king right up. Yeah, your arsenal. Yeah, pretty much. She said, just shut the door. And I went, Mum.
Good girl.
I said, why get the hump about it? She said, well, she said, bloody royal. And yeah, I could just imagine her doing pigeon head as she told me, mate. But,
I was about to say, when you went, well, was she doing a pigeon head?
oh, mate. And I was sat here giggling, just imagining the look on the people's face when my mum said that to them.
I like your mum.
So, yes. Anyway, folks, I am continuing work on this bad boy. Finally got her out of the paint booth so that I can apply some of the decals on her. So we've got a bit of that going on. I have done some of the engine decals on the fan belts and all of that.
Full screen, buddy. Hang on, let me put your full screen.
We got a bit of the old interior going on as well. We got the underneath and the wheels on. It's all in sub-assemblies at the moment. So we got all of that. Then we have got body shell ready for the decals. And then once the decals are on and everything's gone off, I can then give it a couple of more coats of clear and then we can get the polishing gear out. So we got that. And I do like this two-tone paint job, and this paint has gone down really nice. So we got a bit of that going on. We've also got a bit of bonnetage. I've got a bit of a blip in there, so I've got to sand that and repaint that because look at that, it's got a dip in it. Unless I make a decal and slap a decal over it.
Is that, a dip in the, is that a fisheye in the paint, or is it?
Yeah, it's fisheye in the paint, mate. Yeah. So and then there's a steering wheel. So yeah, there you go, folks. Yeah. So that's what I've been up with. What else is there? We got chrome. All the chrome bits are done now. With the green stuff, well, chrome. So yeah. So we got all of that bits done there. So it's coming along quite nicely.
That red paint looks rather gorgeous, though, mate.
It's getting there, mate. Like I say, the bonnet was a bit of a pain in the arse, but hey, you know, these things happen, don't they?
Yeah.
It's not the end of the world.
No. Well, I am just carrying on with my metal Armageddon Steel Legion. I built 2 of them last week, or on Friday, whenever it was.
Yeah.
Was it Friday or Saturday?
Saturday, wasn't it? Warhammer.
Yeah, because I finished the flash kits. I'm building. I've only got. I've got like 40 odd dudes. There's like 30 infantry and about 10 other. There's about 40 odd dudes. I've got 2 done.
Yeah.
So I'm just building all the ones that come in the little blister packs first. Then we've got the big squads after that. So we'll be doing that. In other news, I did get my eModels Baneblade primed.
Oh, nice one, good man. Yeah, I saw
primed.
that.
I say primed. It's the Citadel Zambu dust.
Yeah.
I think I've decided on a colour scheme now.
Oh, good man. Yeah. Are you feeling better now that you're catching up?
Yeah. Well, I only had the sponsons to build, so I got them done anyway.
Exactly. And I found out to you, you know, don't get stressed over it. It's, you know.
No, I wasn't stressed. I wanted to get to the painting. I got to the boring bit of the build, which is the sponsons. But I figured out a super simple way to magnetise the aerial. So.
Oh, you're good.
Yeah, it's called the convenient ejector pin mark inside the aerial housing.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, which is just exactly the right size for the magnets I had, strangely enough.
This is why you're a guru, you know. Keep telling you.
Nonsense.
Keep telling you, mate. It's why you're a GNU.
Oh, I'm a GNU. How do you do? Right, let's get this dude cleaned up. So I'll just be doing clean up today.
Clean up on aisle 5, folks.
Clean up on aisle 5.
Rita says it's looking fantastic. It's getting there, mate. You know, it's, yeah. So, I'm happy with it. Like I say, it's coming along. Does what it says on the
crest
tin.
of a wave now.
PJ says, Fox is going to be playing with these mini metal dollies again. Oh, they're picking on you already. That starts.
Well, you know, it's no different to making your little plastic mini metal dolly cars.
There's
no difference.
The gauntlet's been thrown down.
You know, when he makes a vehicle that's got a driver in it, that's the same. Paying with the pilot. No difference there.
I could see the handbags are going to start coming out.
I'm big enough and grown up enough not to be offended.
I'm not. I'm 5.5.
You know, just let me know where I can find a horse's head.
Yeah.
Right. I found the best way to get rid of these mould lines is to just go slowly.
You go slowly? Never.
Well, it seems to get rid of them faster if you just go slowly.
Yeah, bit of dashboard there. Get in there.
Yeah. Whoa. Rather nice looking dashboard, that.
Oh, mate, I love the cars from this era, the American cars. Oh, yeah. It is, I just love it. I really do. I love the look of them. I love the styling of them.
It's all styling and no safety features whatsoever.
Yeah. Yeah,
beautiful cars to look at, own and drive, but you wouldn't want to crash in one.
Yeah, you can almost hear the music playing in the American diner, can't you? As you look at them.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, the crash, the crash protection in them is non-existent. But yeah.
Well, it's like the steering wheels just by themselves are just death machines.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
I saw her when I was taking Mum Wolf for brew the other day. She was reading something on her iPad, and there's all the little. She's on Facebook, and the little photo stories. You know, someone puts a picture up and captions it. And one of them was a picture of a BMW steering wheel.
Yeah. And
it was a modern BMW. I don't know what model it was. And it was basically they covered the whole of the centre of the steering wheel and all the stuff around it in like little fake plastic jewels, like thousands of them just stuck on it.
Yeah.
To make it look like all sparkly and nice. Each one about maybe that big. And the caption just said, "Yeah, they've just turned their airbag into a cluster bomb."
Pretty much, yeah.
And it's like kind of a nail bomb.
Yeah, it's like yeah.
And if your airbag goes off, you're not going to survive. Yeah. Anyway, don't forget, folks, bench and belly and beverage. What's in your bench? What's on your belly? That's not right, is it?
Yeah, and that's the thing, though, right? Say you're driving along, right?
Yeah.
And you smoke. You've either got a fag, a cigar, or a pipe on.
Yeah.
And your airbag goes off.
Yeah, good luck with that.
Good luck with that. Just saying.
I assume it would probably just... I'm guessing the blast of it will blow your cigarette out the mouth into the back of the car anyway. And then
I wouldn't know,
into flames and die. I don't know.
These are the types of things, conundrums that keep me awake at night.
I mean, I'm pretty sure if you do something that means your airbag goes off, having a cigarette in your mouth is probably the least of your worries. But yes, it's a good question. Yeah,
exactly. Well, it'd be even worse if it was a pipe, because that's a big old chunk of plastic, isn't it? Let's be honest.
Yeah. Well, I often think, what happens if your airbag goes off and you're wearing glasses? That's bad enough.
Yeah.
That's pretty harsh. That's a pretty harsh scenario.
So, yeah, there you go, folks. See, these are the things that keep us occupied and prevent us from sleeping.
Yeah.
Someone will know the answer, but yeah.
Yeah. I mean, imagining the force might actually put the cigarette out, though. If, like, you stamp on a cigarette, it maybe puts it out, maybe? I don't know.
I wouldn't know, mate.
No, I don't know what the gas in an airbag is. It's probably some kind of non-volatile something. It's a good question, that.
I'd want to know because, yeah, I mean, it don't impact me because I don't smoke and I don't drive now. Oh, good shout. Yeah, don't forget, folks, belly, bench and beverage. I'm saying that because Rita's put in belly, a spicy meat face pizza, ham, pepperoni, salami, spicy beef, bacon and chili peppers. Bench is a 70-second Revell patrol torpedo boat, bevy pint of cola. Gets in. Keith is in. He says, hi, everyone, from a damp Devon. Mac is in, says, evening, Colin Fox and everyone in chat. PJ says, I don't have people in my builds. He's just saying.
Yeah, well, there you go. Yeah. Cast not the first dispersion with the stone and the green. I don't know what that phrase is.
I've got no idea what that phrase is either, mate. But...
Yes, he's probably giving you the bench and belly because I asked the bench and belly question just before you did you.
Oh, did you? Yeah, I wasn't paying attention, mate.
You weren't listening because my mouth was going.
Yeah, I've zoned out again, mate. See, I do this.
The moment I start speaking.
Well, I just think, well, he's not going to breathe for quite a while, so I can get quite a bit of building done in this interlude.
you're like, oh, I can go back to sleep. That's why you like me on this show, because you actually get some building done.
Absolutely. I've never built so much, mate. Once I started streaming with you, it's like I get an absolute shit ton done, mate.
Yeah.
Fox will sit there and go, oh, you got all that done and I only got that done. It's like, using the flapping of the lip, mate.
Well, I can build and flap at the same time, but...
Yeah, you can multitask. My ears, I just switch off my hearing aids, mate. Works for me.
Yeah. And then things happen like, you know, you get H up on a bank holiday. Because you turn the hearing aids off.
I had kind of deliberately tried to forget that one, but...
No. Like I said, you've spent your entire life trying to avoid things like that by forgetting about them.
Oh, yeah.
Whereas, you know, if you just remembered, you probably would avoid it.
Yeah, she's now started telling me every night, yes, I need a phone call tonight. Okay, dear.
Because she knows once you've done it, you can't be trusted with it ever again, because you'll never learn.
Exactly. And it's like, yeah.
There's no teaching that dog old tricks, old dog new tricks. Cause,
yeah, you're actually right there, mate.
Think on, folks, if Festa can be married to H for 30 years and still get in trouble every time he says something, he's not learned anything. Nothing goes in.
It's the fact that, you know, less than an hour before, I said how proud I was for not being in the doghouse.
That is the best bit. That is the best bit. That's the real money shot. I've not made any mistakes this week.
I had that dilemma of telling him or not. Do I tell him or do I not? And he did that. I just fessed up. I said to him, here, mate, you know when I said to you about not being in the doghouse? Yeah. I said, how long do you think that lasted?
That's the best bit there is.
I said, well, you know I've just phoned H up. Yeah. Said she's not working. It's bank holiday.
I mean, the funny thing is, to be fair, when you said you were going to phone her up, I didn't actually say it's a bank holiday. She's actually working, but I'd kind of forgotten it was a bank holiday. So
absolutely,
I'm not making excuses for you. You're still an idiot.
No, this is it. And I did attempt to throw you under the bus for not reminding me.
Oh, I see.
And she said, "Don't go blaming other people for your shortcomings." Damn it.
Like I said, man, you have to remember these things.
Yeah, it's like, yeah.
You have to remember, to her, you're completely made of perspex.
Absolutely. Cave says, have a look on YouTube just rolled in and see the condition of some American cars. Mac is saying belly, spiced chicken and pasta. Ooh. Bench is the M1117 Guardian armoured car, which is an awesome kit, and he's having a small glass of white wine as his beverage.
White wine?
And Marcy says, geez, it's not like I'd like to sit down before work. Yeah, for FFS. Stupid dog, she says. Yeah. Yeah, that dog's messing with you, Marcy. Mugging you up, he is.
Yep. And you know what? You love it.
Oh, yeah, she does. She wouldn't have it any other way.
No.
Model making pooch.
Model making pooch. I think this chap is... Oh, no, it's not. No, it's not. I was watching some videos the other day of people painting Steel Legion minis to get some ideas, and it's funny when you watch people doing painting videos how these minis look about 3 foot tall. Yeah. They look like you're painting a 1/6 scale figure, but when you actually get the thing in your hand, you're like, that's the size of a rice. Yeah. I watched videos of people before I painted that Sister of Mercy. Yeah. No, not Sister of Mercy. The whatever for Nim.
Yeah, I know the one.
Sister of Battle. I looked up like how to paint Sisters of Battle, and they all look like the figures are like that big. Yeah. But then when you actually get one in your hand, you're like, oh god, it's tiny. I can't paint that. They're all lies.
Oh, it's witchcraft and tomfoolery, isn't it? When you see some of the multiple effects that people get on these really miniature minis, and it's like, yeah.
I think they're paint with telescopes.
Yeah, it's like,
hello, Pete.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to have to splurge on one of them microscopes like you've got.
Oh, yeah, they come in handy, mate. I must admit. It's... I'll
be getting the link off you.
Yeah, I don't regret that purchase, mate.
And so you should not.
Yeah, it is one of them. It's proved its worth on more than one occasion, mate. Mm-hmm. Right, so we got all of that. That's on there. That goes in there.
Scale Modelling Chaos says, I think Colin's brain switches to goldfish mode when H is around and he forgets everything 20 seconds later.
Absolutely, mate.
That's actually a myth, you know.
He knows me too damn well, mate.
Yeah. It's actually a myth. Colin's brain doesn't have goldfish mode. It's a permanent setting.
Yeah.
A mode, it's just, that's the way it is.
Yeah, it's safe mode, bit like a Windows computer.
Yeah.
I've got an F8 button stuck on me. That's what it is.
F8 button. I'll give you F8.
Yeah.
You need an F5. That's what you need.
Oh, mate, she, bless her. I do feel sorry for her sometimes.
That's the correct response, I think.
Yeah.
I think you and everybody else who knows you probably feels the same way. Yeah. Then again, you've got to give a kudos for sticking with you. There must be something about you that makes it all worth the suffering.
She said there's not been a dull day in our marriage.
Yeah, that's true.
And yeah, which is a nice compliment, isn't it? Let's be honest.
Yeah. So at the end of the day, you look at people who've been married for years, and they're just on autopilot.
She said, "All right." She said, "You drive me bloody nuts. Don't get me wrong." She said, "With your inability to not destroy my appliances." She said, "Yeah, it can drive me nuts." She said, "But you make me laugh." She said, "You can't."
That makes it worth it.
Yeah, she said, "You can't bottle that." You know, she said, "You look at some other couples, they barely interact." She said, "You're just mad. You're just 5.5. It keeps me on the toes." She said, "Being married to you," she said, "actually keeps me young." She said, "Because I'm having to parent a 5-year-old husband."
But the thing is, though, it's like at the end of the day, yeah, you're a 5-year-old and you can take her to the edge of exhaustion, but at the same time, it also means you can do dumb stuff that she can laugh at because it's funny. Because
she does, and that's the thing, Athol's in saying evening. Evening, Colin and Fox. He says belly, pork, schnitzels, chips, washed down with chilled chocolate milk. Bench where it is. Maybe tomorrow. Delivery due. Kind of floppy lugs holiday. Happy days.
Yeah.
Prime time. Belly meatballs in pasta sauce and brown rice.
Yes.
Bench. Ongoing Ardennes diorama. PJ, corned beef, chips and beans. Bench, a 1450-ish Destiny from Stargate Universe. LEDs are in. Back end epoxied together. Detailing continued. And he's having a beer. Jackie is belly, gammon with mashed potatoes and baked beans. Kev's working on a piece called Princess Carriage for Fox. And I'm doing baby blanket for the next door neighbour. What's that? Max says, I'm sorry, lads. I watched the videos. I bought the recommended paints. I chose decent brushes, but could not get comfortable with fantasy figures, each to their own, I guess. Never give up, Mac. Come back to it at a later date. Baby steps, mate. You'll be fine.
Yeah. At the end of the day, everybody has their own tastes and preferences.
Absolutely.
And, I have no interest in cars or motorbikes, so I don't do car and motorbike kits, because in real life, I don't care about cars and motorbikes. So, easy come.
Easy go.
I've discovered one advantage of metal figures.
What's that?
If you maybe don't glue him correctly to the base and his foot's kind of floating in the air, you just get your pliers and go, and bend it down. So now his foot's on the ground.
That works.
Yep. I finished a figure. Took me, 5 minutes?
Proud of you, soldier.
Yeah.
You're not doing what I did then and taking 2 hours for one figure.
Thankfully, he was very, very clean. A very, very clean print.
Oh, nice.
I think the first plasma gunner I did was just a bit rough around the edges. This guy was like spot on. So the next one is also pretty good casting.
It was a bit rough. Bit rough.
I see what we did there. What you did there. I see it.
I know. Good, wasn't it?
Let's have I took your advice, by the way. I've sacrificed my airbrush spearing tool.
You took my advice. Hold up a minute. Can I just contemplate this moment? Do
you want to write down the timestamp for that one?
Yeah, I kind of. Yeah. Anyway, yeah. I don't know what to say.
Have you got the fizz?
I have, yeah. You followed my advice and sacrificed your airbrush reamer.
spearing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Of course, unfortunately, now I need to buy a new airbrush reamer, but it means I can use it to clean my super glue bottle out.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, that's... dare I say it, the reamers are really something you should never use on your airbrush. So, yeah. Best way of cleaning your airbrush needles tip is with the needle itself, because they're machined together. So,
I mean, I've actually got an old, like, Duff needle that I keep in the plastic tube purely for reaming, as it were.
You like a good ream, don't you, mate?
I like a bit of a ream on a Friday morning. Do you know what? At least 100 times a year, I sit here at my bench and think, crap, I really need some proper electrical tape.
Yeah.
And then 100 times a year, I don't actually get electrical tape.
Oh, you spud.
I needed some the other day, and I was like, oh, God damn it. So I'm using not particularly good gaffer tape, blue masking tape, which gives me a bit of a grip, which is brilliant. It'll do. That'll do, pig. That'll do. Yeah, so, yeah, there's no reason to, like, be sorry and saying I don't like fantasy figures. It's like, just if they don't float your boat, they don't float your boat.
At the end of the day, you do what you can with, you know, with what makes you happy, innit? You know, and if it ain't floating your boat, try something else.
I mean, I have no interest in, like, Dungeons and Dragons fantasy stuff, so... But that's because I'm not really into fantasy. I'm into, like, you know, I mean, like Warhammer, because it's guns and explodey things and that kind of stuff, and it's tanks and stuff, but fantasy nonsense, magic and wizards and crap, it's like, nah, that's for children, that. I think I've just alienated all the D&D fans out there.
Yeah, I think you might have not done yourself any favours there, mate.
Yeah, but no, that's just a personal preference. So I wouldn't have any interest in making a D&D figure, because I don't do fantasy. But toy soldiers, yeah, why not? I'll bet that.
Hey, mate, it's got to be done, innit? It's one of them. It's whatever, you build whatever makes you happy.
Yeah, you build whatever interests you. If you build stuff you're not interested in, then you're a bit weird. You're an absolute self-hating masochist. I refuse to build the things that I enjoy. I will only build the things I really, really hate. Why? Because, I don't know.
You know, I would love to get really into the full-blown armour weathering that the real die-hard armour people do, because I find that fascinating, and I think it's a wonderful skill. Am I there yet? No, not by a long shot.
Absolutely.
But
me neither.
I'm going to have a damn good try to get there. It may take me a while, but I'm keen to learn it, because for me, it's another skill set. It's something else to learn. Yeah.
I mean, it's like me, you know, I picked up... Oh, hello, I'm knocking the camera. There we go. I picked up little bits over the years, like tips and things to use on armour modelling.
Yes.
And I applied that to my Warhammer stuff, but I don't know that much. I know little bits. So I applied it to my Warhammer stuff, because they're just armour kits, the vehicles. And then there's loads of other stuff that I haven't learnt yet, or that I don't know, and, you know. Yeah. So I don't really worry about what I don't know. I just use what I know. And
yeah, it's a unique skill set.
Yeah. If I see something out in the wild and think, oh, I want to learn to do that, I'll do that. But if I don't, I'm happy with what I do.
Exactly.
I like being mediocre. It makes painting videos much easier to create.
But it keeps, for me, it keeps you stimulated. It keeps you interested in the hobby, doesn't it? And
yeah.
You know, it's like anything, learning a new skill. It don't hurt. I mean, if you didn't want to learn things, the wheel would never have been invented, would it? Let's be honest.
No.
So,
I'll tell you what. Do you know what amazes me?
What?
Is that, like, humans, talking of inventing the wheel, it blows my brain when you think, you know, humans were around for technically Homo sapiens has been around for about 2 million years, but for hundreds of thousands of years, we banged rocks together and we made fire we've basically hunted and gathered. And in fact, for 200,000 or 300,000 years, we didn't progress anywhere. And then all of a sudden, in the last 2,000 or 3,000 years, 4,000 years, maybe 5, it's just gone, and we've learned all them things.
Well, you look at the last 100 years or so.
Yeah.
You know, how industrial revolutions, flight, space flight, you know, all of these massive engineering feats. It blows your mind, doesn't it, really, when you think about it?
Especially when you think, you know, you go into a location, you find some stone tools, and you think, yeah, they're from like 50,000 years ago. Here's another stone tool that's almost exactly the same, and that's from 400,000 years ago. So for 300,000 years, we went nowhere. We just lived the same life over and over again. And then it's amazing.
Keith says, I use dental brushes to clean my airbrush. Yeah, they work a treat, mate, don't they? We've all got bags of them bad boys, mate.
Oh, yeah. Bags of them.
Yeah.
Yep. TP brushes, loads of them.
Yeah, they are good.
I'm actually I've got a TP brush for my airbrush that I realised the other day, because I have my own incidental brushes, you know, for my daily dental hygiene routine. And I realised that after my dad died, I found a pack of TP brushes, like incidental brushes, in the bathroom cabinet. And I thought, oh, that'd be brilliant for airbrush cleaning, because I was just starting to airbrush at that point. And then I stopped doing modelling for a while. And I realised that I'm still using an incidental brush now to clean my airbrush that I probably took out of the packet 20 years ago.
Yeah, I've got them in my airbrush cleaning drawer.
And it's like, God, my father would never have thought that 20 years after he carked it, we were still using these incidental brushes.
For those that don't know, that's what we're on about.
Yeah, little TP
brushes.
Incidental brushes.
Dominic says, good evening. I am late. I have a question for Colin. You have something for groom to make white again. What's that called? I forget the name. Hey? You have something for groom to make white again. What's that called? I forgot the name.
I don't quite understand that.
Not quite 100% what you're on about there, buddy, I'm afraid.
What do you mean for groom? That's what's confusing us. Doesn't mean Tipex, does he? No. Can you be a bit more specific?
Yeah, I think he's trying to think of the translation, because obviously English isn't Dominic's first language. So
yeah. He does very well, though. Can't deny him that.
Absolutely, he does do well.
Everybody we know who's not English, who doesn't have English as a first language, speaks English perfectly for the most part.
Speak better than me.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's true. Didn't even have to do any work for that one. I think he means chrome, maybe.
Could well do.
Chrome.
I use Green Stuff World Chrome, if that's what you mean. Hopefully that's what he meant.
Yeah, Daniel's in, Dream Builder, says, hey, Men of Madness, and the chat as well, of course. I hope all is well. I'm knocking the camera with my entire chin.
Why doesn't that surprise me?
Chinny reckon.
Green Stuff World is what I use, Chrome. I do like that Chrome. It's one of those we've all been. I know what he means. I know exactly what he means now.
Okay.
Yeah. At least I think I do. I'm gonna guess. If you mean to de-chrome, it's oven bright. I'm wondering whether that's what he meant. To remove chrome to make it go white again. Yeah?
Yes. I know what it is. Yep.
Oven bright, mate. It's on my website, in my Amazon store. Scroll down, you'll see oven bright. Bang. If not, message me and I'll send you over a link, mate, because I am closing the website down. So, yeah, whether or not it's permanent, I haven't decided yet. But I just can't justify 200 quid a year on hosting a website at the moment. It's
no.
So,
Oh, excuse me. Yeah, some people use like bleach and stuff, but I've always found Oven Bright, just or oven cleaner stuff. In case I use Oven Bright as well.
it's just,
to be just a lot faster and a lot faster and.
Well, you see how quick I got that chrome off the other week, wasn't it? It was just like fell off.
Yeah. I was jealous because when I've done Bandai chrome stuff, it takes about a day, well, about 3 hours.
Skipper's Scale Models is in. Hello, Ted. Thank you for coming in, mate. How lovely to see you. And he
Do you
says,
know why Ted's in?
yeah, he said, when's the what's in store? He thought it was eModels, didn't he?
I was going to say, was he panicking and thinking, why are we not on?
Yeah.
Good evening, stick around, Tedward.
First time I've had Ted in on one of my streams. I feel privileged.
Oh, stick around, Ted, while you're building your Titanic. Keep us company.
Yeah.
Dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee.
There you go.
Yeah, Ted's back from his second grand tour of all the distilleries in Scotland.
Yeah, how did you get on, Ted? How many distilleries didn't you make it to after you decided to stay at the first one, having drunk it dry?
He probably didn't leave the car park of the first one.
Yeah, everyone's saying hello to Ted. Yeah, Paul Di Tommaso, you said, yeah, did he mean removing chrome from parts? Yeah. Yeah, he says, I'm begged to remove the chrome. Yeah, Oven Bright, mate. It may be called other things in your country. You could also use, is it purple? Pardon me, Purple Power?
Purple Power, yeah, is an American one. They might sell it in Europe somewhere.
Yeah.
There's another stuff called Green Clean, but again, that's American. I don't know if that actually works. That's just an all-purpose cleaner.
I've always found, for me, the Oven Bright is the one that works the best, and if it works, it works.
I think things like Purple Power are basic degreasers, whereas Oven Bright is a ridiculously caustic oven cleaning solution, so it's very acidic and very burning. I know that because there's a big brown hole in my carpet where I dribbled a bit. It's caustic, and that's how it works. It burns the stuff off.
I mean, if you're going to be using it for a long period of time, bung some gloves on, mate. But when I do it, I have it in a glass jar. I just throw the stuff in there, but I've always got a pot of water nearby in case I have to dip me pinkies in it.
Yeah, or if you splash it and anything like that, it's just careful. Do.
But yeah, that's what I use, mate. Sorry for not understanding what you meant straight away, Dominic. Apologies, mate, but I just wanted to clarify what you was on about, mate.
We got there.
We got there in the end, mate. So don't fret that, because I know what Dominic's like. He'll think, he's at fault. He's not.
No.
English isn't your first language, mate. So you do well.
Nubs.
Paul Di Tommaso says, I use Super Clean. That was the one I was trying to think of. Super Clean.
Yeah. Your oven cleaning products are generally the stronger, better ones because they are caustic, but you never quite know. You always want to test them on a bit of sprue first to make sure they're not going to melt the plastic.
Yeah. If you've got a paint mule, even better.
Yeah. Paint mule. Paint mule. Put mule.
You're a paint mule.
You're made of mules. Mules. A Mule for Sister whatever. What was that film called? With John Wayne and Mule for Sister Sarah, was it something?
I don't think I've ever fully watched a John Wayne movie, mate.
No, I haven't. Well, apart from when I was a kid and they were probably on the telly on Saturday at 3 o'clock.
I never found him particularly pleasant.
Oh, God, no, I was never really interested in Westerns. Oh, was it Clint Eastwood film?
Clint Eastwood and Burt Lancaster I would watch, but John Wayne, I just found him a little bit...
Well, he's from the gung-ho guts and glory era when it was all made-up nonsense. Like the war films were completely made-up nonsense. Yeah,
I just found him a little bit full of himself almost. It's one of them.
I think it's a Mule for Sister Sarah or something like that.
Yeah. I don't wish to offend any John Wayne fans. It's just my personal thing.
Oh, offend him. I would. Offend everybody. It's always fun.
Not bad.
Lots of clean-up on this gentleman's bottom.
Has he got gorilla butt?
He's got a slightly lumpy bottom area. No, it's just under there where it's under his greatcoat. And it is a great
Underneath his
The
grey
coat. Ah.
So you knew it was coming.
See, you're a southerner and you don't do the ah at the end.
No, don't need to,
I don't
mate.
understand that.
Because I
I don't
don't want
understand
to.
that. Is that because it's racist or something?
No, I just don't want to.
I thought that's what you Cockney geezers did. No.
Not all the stereotypes are accurate, dear.
Just most of them.
Just most of them, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's a bit like me saying all northern people carry a pot of Bovril around with them. You know, you're going to go, no, they don't.
Well, I've never heard of that one before.
You know.
We do have cups of Bovril at football matches, though.
Yeah.
See?
Oh, yeah.
But we don't all have whippets.
No. Get your whippets out. Rita says, only two films John Wayne has been in that I have watched fully is Brannigan and The Longest Day. Was never a fan of Westerns. Dominic says, I found it, thank you. Not a problem, Dominic.
Two Mules for Sister Sarah, that's what it's called.
The Bobbin says, I've never stripped chrome. I'm just careful when removing it from the sprues. The only reason I strip it is I find the chrome is just a bit too bling, isn't it? It just doesn't look right to me. Personal preference again, isn't it? You know, it's...
Plus, I mean, the big difficulty is, A, you can't put anything on it, like any kind of paddle lining or weathering, because it won't take. And also, if you have to like take it off the sprue, they always invariably put the sprue connection points in the worst possible place that aren't hidden, and you can't touch it up. You try and touch it with a silver paint, it just looks terrible. So you may as well just count your losses and repaint it something that's not absolutely garbage that you can touch in if you need to. Now, see what we did there. That was a very subdued porno music film.
Yeah, I really didn't put any effort into that at all, did I?
No, you went all kind of bow chicken wow. You went all breathy and sullen and sultry. Really kind of going a bit all French and continental there, I think.
Wow.
Bow chicken wow. Sacré bleu plume de ma tante.
That's where that goes, I was wondering.
Acte de triomphe.
Obviously, by powers of deduction, but for his Harris.
By the powers of Grayskull.
Yeah, a bit of that. Bit of that. Got front and rear for those bad boys.
Always get your front and rear sorted out. Front and rear for the boys. That makes sense.
Athol says strip chrome and using chrome paint from Vallejo gives a brilliant finish. Exactly. We've all got our favourite chromes. Again, like I say, my go-to chrome nowadays is Green Stuff World's chrome. I love it.
Over a black gloss or
yeah, gloss black.
What's your preference?
Yeah. Oh yeah, straight over a gloss black, like any chrome over gloss black.
I finished another dude.
Oh mate, I'm gripping my bench with pride, mate.
That's 2 in less than an hour. Can you even conceive of such things?
I can't, mate. I'm deeply in shock, mate.
Do you want to know something really weird that I found out?
Oh God, here we go.
You think of your brain, right? And you just think it sits there and just braining and that's it, yeah?
That's braining.
Did you know your brain actually pulses and moves?
Yes.
Well, there you go then.
Yes.
I taught you something you already knew.
Yeah, I already know that, mate.
Yeah.
It has a subdued beat, very similar to a heart.
There you go. Some people in the chat are now going, ew, I can't deal with that.
Yeah, it undulates. Yeah.
Ooh, did you just say undulate?
It undulates, yeah.
Whoa.
I know, you're impressed, aren't you?
Right, so that's my 3 plasma gunners done.
I'm so proud of you, mate. You really are building away quite nicely these days.
I know. Well, I actually realised when I put the commissar together, I glued his arm up in the air, but it's supposed to be down like that. So I popped it off.
Oh, look at you.
And I'd used so little glue. Oh, wow, that was not a good fix then, was it? Right, next we've got Heavy Gun Team, which is 2 dudes and a gun.
Dominic says his favourite is AK Extreme Metal. Yeah, I've got some of their Extreme Metals just behind me there, mate.
I don't think I've got any of those. I've got the True Metals, Vallejo True Metals, somebody's True Metals.
Yeah, it's like anything, you know. I've got Alclad, I've got AK Extreme Metals Chrome, but for me, that green stuff, it just nails it. And I got put onto that by my mate, David Hunter. And he said, have you tried the green stuff? Yeah. And I was like, no. Got a bottle, and it was like, loved it. So I got another 5 bottles of it. But I've still got my AK there, my black base and me chrome. But yeah, I just tend to use the green stuff world now.
Green stuff.
Oh.
Now, I need to do a test with these figures because... Ow, I need to bang the light.
Yeah, I was going to say, you haven't banged your light for a couple of minutes, mate. What's
no,
up
as soon as I set up and I bang the light. I was kind of hoping these would be magnetic, but I don't think they will be like metal.
Scale Modelling Chaos says, hold up a minute, Fox is working quick. Is this the same Fox? I'm wondering whether this one's an imposter myself, mate.
No, it's because they're metal. All I've got to do is clean off the mould lines, and that's it. They've got no parts to assemble. Oh, I was hoping they'd be magnetic, but they're not.
He's going to do scratch building next. I can see it now. I feel it coming.
No. To quote Dara O'Brien, no. No. So, yeah, all I've got to do is clean the mould lines off and it's assembled then. There's no parts, so... Super match game.
Official pace car. Get it. I like it when a plan starts coming together. Make sure we've got that up the right way, Carl, because we don't want to put it
So,
upside
Colin
down.
says, Athol, when are you starting your new Tomcat when it arrives? This year, maybe?
Yeah, once it arrives, mate. Yeah, it will be this year, mate. Yeah, so, yeah, just need to sort it out when it's convenient to start it, mate. But yes, I entered a competition over on Rossi's stream and won, and I was mightily pleased with myself. Yeah,
because you can't say now, I never win nothing, nor neither.
Well, I don't normally enter competitions, do I? Which, you know, is just me, innit? It's like, let other people have a go. And I thought, I'll blow it. I like a Tomcat. It's on the ground list. I'll enter it and see what happens, you know. And I only went and won.
You did. You're a good girl. It's not true what they say about you.
Oh, it is. It's fixed true what they say about me,
Is
mate.
it? Oh, okay.
Yeah,
folks, it's definitely true what they say about him.
Yeah, I have a philosophy. If they're saying it about me, they're leaving some other poor, unfortunate soul alone.
Yeah.
So it's all true. Believe everything. Just remember, when you come to find out yourselves, just hit that subscribe button. See what I did there?
Yeah.
Ah!
I see what you did there. I'm getting proud of you. You are doing well, my son.
I'm learning all the new things, isn't I?
Oh, wow. These two guys are channeling for me the old 1970s plastic airfix soldiers that used to play soldiers with.
Oh, right.
It's a machine gun. It's a heavy bolter crew, or a heavy bolter crew, and they're actually lying down on the ground.
Oh, nice one.
Look at that. You see him?
I do now, mate. Sorry, I was in the middle of something, mate.
How dare you do things?
Yeah, out there I tried to do something when Fox wants to show me stuff.
I know, it's just terrible. Can't get the staff.
Can't get staff there. But yes, I saw it. Proud of you, soldier.
Staff you can't get. Thanks, Mum.
So proud of you, mate. Are you going to build 3 dudes, or are you going to go for 4 dudes, you know?
Well, technically, if I finish this, there'll be 4 dudes.
Oh, so proud of you, you know.
I know. That's maths as well. I've just done maths.
Yeah, mate. Oh, I don't know.
Because this is 2 dudes on a big base, you see.
Yeah, I just don't. Can we have the old Fox back? Because...
Well, if these were plastic, I wouldn't have even finished one yet, so...
I'm getting confused with this new improved Fox. It's thrown me now.
It's not normal, is it?
It ain't.
You're all at 6s and 7s now, aren't you?
Absolutely. Athol says, I was the same, Cole, when I was told Irish lotteries are tax-free, so I had to go. You never guess what I won. €300. There you go. You got to be in it to win it, Athol.
Yep.
So road trip the Wattles, the drinks are on him. See what I did?
Hoorah. Did. Thankfully, white metal's also fairly easy to bend without being particularly delicate, which is nice.
Yes, Bap. He says, Colin, did you put a clear barrier coat over the red to stop any chance of bleed through of the decals? Yes, I did, mate. Yeah. I was saying to Fox before we come on here, mate, there's 3 clear coats on here, mate.
He was telling me about how you do it, because I don't do glossy models, so I have no idea about these things.
Yeah, he was on about why have you done that? And I said, because red is notoriously difficult, and you do get decal bleed through. So, this is it's had clear coats on it, mate. Thanks for the question, mate. But, yeah. Yeah.
It's good to call it out, because then people in chat who don't know, now they know.
That's it. Not everyone knows to do that, but it's one of them things, because I instinctively do it. You just assume everyone knows.
Yeah. That's why it's always good for people to ask us questions, because even if it's something we don't know, or we already know anyway, somebody in chat might not know. And they'll learn a thing in the brain folds.
Absolutely. I can remember years and years and years ago when I first did a model kit, and I did a red, I can't think what it was. I did a red car with the white stripe decals. And I didn't know back then about the clear coat and all of that lot, because I was only a youngster. I had that obligatory pink stripe over the bonnet, and it was like, only happens to you once.
Was that perchance a starchy and husk vehicle?
No, I think it was a red Mustang or something like that I did.
Yeah.
And the Starsky and Hutch one was fine, because I only built that a couple of years ago, and that had multiple clear coats.
No, I meant that it wasn't like you went building a Starsky and Hutch Gran Torino in your youth or something.
Yeah, Skipper says every day's a school day on Festa stream. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Al says, bring your own 2 litres of iron brew. Happy days, mate.
Iron brew, made in Scotland from Girders.
But no, it's surprising, how many people do get caught out with that. But
well, it's one of those things that you wouldn't instinctively know, really, unless you've experienced it or been told about it. You wouldn't have any reason to suspect it. So it's one of those things you either learn by doing or by being told.
Absolutely. But no, I've always gloss between paint and decals. It's just force of habit. And then this will be bunged in the curing booth, 72 hours. Make sure all the decals are fully down before I then mist over it again, because I don't want any clear coat getting under the decals or anything like that. So I shall go over this tomorrow with a bit of extra strong or stronger decal solution, just to make sure they're bedded down.
There we go.
What?
Grievous wound.
Get in.
Yes. Lovely. What plasters have I got? Little farty round ones. Brilliant. That's no use at all.
No, you got fart ass little plasters, didn't you?
Yeah. It wasn't a stab though. It was more just like it caught on my thumb and pinched the string. Down. I'm only putting this on so I don't get blood on the model. I'm not bothered about it.
Absolutely. Paul D. Tommaso says, my first order Mac. So for right now, it's good. There you go, mate. That's what he's saying to Mac. He's saying, thanks, Paul. Yeah, because they're on about, are you happy with Temu? They've just launched in Europe, and I'm a bit wary from ordering from them. Yeah, a lot of people are using it. It's funny, after it was mentioned the other night in the stream, I think it was Paul that mentioned it, all I've been getting on my advertisements feeds is Temu.
Who's Temu?
It's what we was on about the other day when Paul D. Tommaso said he was using the Temu, and it was, I don't know whether it's similar to AliExpress or something like that.
Oh, of course, yeah, I know what you mean, yeah.
But he was all on about it the other night, and I'm always wary of using, I wouldn't say them sort of companies because that sounds derogatory, but yeah, I'm quite cautious when it comes to buying stuff.
Yeah. Right, I'm going to step away for one moment, not for my thumb.
Yeah, no worries.
Bizarrely, that's actually bleeding quite a lot. It's quite impressive, that.
Oh, bless you.
Doesn't even hurt. Cool. I'll step away for one moment. If I don't come back in 20 minutes, I've died of blood loss, but never mind.
Yeah, no worries. Here you go. But yeah, what was I lost my train of thought now? Temu. Is it very similar to AliExpress or places of a similar nature then? What's the other one? Etsy, is it? Is that one another one? But yeah. Like I say, I haven't used them, so I don't know, mate. Just, make sure that's a bit straighter, Cole, because that's a bit bronze and list, that, mate, isn't it? There you go. Have a bit of that. Dream Builder says, I've got Arda and Steen Evolution with 2, 3 and 5 needles. Have a 3-in-1. It's awesome. Yeah, I love my H&S airbrush. I must admit, I got the Infinity CR Plus and yeah. It's just something about an H&S airbrush that I do like. You know, again, it's each to their own. Some people like them, some people don't. You know, airbrush choice is all down to your preference at the end of the day. There's no right one, there's no wrong one. It's a whole big debate about airbrushes. So it's what works for you is how I look at it. I've got H&S, I've got Ultimate Apex, got Mr. Robbie, Neo for Iwata. So I've got a fair old choice of them that I've been buying over the years, and each one's good for its individual thing, you know. It's personal preference, isn't it, folks? Do you have a personal preference on airbrushes out there, peeps? Have you had bad experiences with a type of a brand of airbrush that has prevented you from sticking with it? Because, you know, it's all interesting for folks. There you go, a little bit of that. Max says cautious is the right word, Colin. Some dodgy geezers out there. Yeah, the drop-in nozzle is a great advantage and easy clean. Yeah, that's what I find with it, Ted. I just got the 0.6 needle set for mine as well, mate, with the comes with its tip and different cup on it, the 0.6, Ted, and I must admit it was a good upgrade because some of the more thicker primers whiz through that now.
Whiz.
So yeah, I'm quite happy with it. Nice little upgrade.
You're a nice little upgrade.
Absolutely. Get your upgrades here for £8 per pound.
That wasn't an insult, was it? Damn it. Need to work on my insult game.
How's Mum, all right?
Yeah, she's fine. So I'll do you a fresh cup of tea. Don't want one. Shut up. Don't say things like that.
Don't want one, but you're getting one.
Yeah, don't want one. Now that's just nonsense and you know it. Don't even try, lady. Don't even try.
Yeah. Steve says, I use an Iwata TRN1, a trigger airbrush, has no longer used the H&S style. Yeah, I've got a couple of them, and I've got those ones, pistol grips.
TRN1, my go-to airbrush.
Yeah,
because I can't use normal ones.
Yeah, because you've got special fingers, haven't you, dear?
I've got old man hands that hurt.
Yeah, you've got princess hands, as I call them.
You're a princess hand.
That's right. I've got Edward Spanner hands, mate. I'm happy with them.
Edward Spanner hands.
But no, I've got, like I say, I've got different ones set up for different needs. You know, one's set up just for pre-shading, one I use for clear coats.
Mm-hmm.
It's a whole debate, isn't it, airbrushes? We've all got our particular preferences, you know, and I like to have a variety of different airbrushes for different tasks, and you know when you pick it up, that airbrush is set for the task you're going to do, you know, so.
Yep. The answer to which is the best airbrush is whichever one you prefer.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Exactly that, mate.
It's like saying, what's the best political party? What's the best car? Which car should I drive? What trousers should I wear? Well, why don't you just choose the ones that are the ones that you like?
It's what works for you, mate.
Yeah.
There's no correct answer at the end of the day.
Yeah. Unless I actually had made a living selling airbrushes, in which case there would be a correct answer.
Yeah, the ones that make you money. Yeah, I know. The
ones that make my face go ka-ching in happiness. God, there's a lot of blood coming out of that thumb. That's a bit ridiculous. What's going on there? Do you have any arteries in your thumb?
No.
I'm pretty sure you don't. I'm pretty sure you don't.
Paul says he ordered it on April the 29th and it's going to be delivered tomorrow. That ain't bad, mate.
Yeah.
Bad at all, mate.
For some reason, I've got in my head a song. Now, Ted will know what this is because he's hundreds of years old.
Oh.
I've got Harry Hall's "Hush Hush, Here Comes the Bogeyman," which is like it's like an old 1930s song, I think 40s.
Oh, right.
I don't know. I've got it in my head.
I don't know why you've got it in your head. I worry about it.
I know it because it's on the Singing Detective album, soundtrack album, which I've had for many, many years. Put fresh plaster on. But I don't know why it's in my head.
You're bleeding to death there, are you, dear?
No, I'm just swapping this one out because that one wasn't on very well. Put this one on a bit better. I hate it when it's on the end of your thumb or finger because you can't really get a plaster on that part of your body easily. But I like these Elastplast ones where they're like 5 times as long as normal.
Yeah.
Quite good, them. I like them. Don't know where they came from, but I love them.
You like them?
I need a dirty, great, big drill bit now. Big fat drill bit, that's what I need. Dirty, great, big bit. What do I need? I need a dirty, great, big bit. Or an enormous pile of magnets, one of the two. Let's try.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't use that drill bit. It's made of mostly super glue concrete, I think, that one.
Oh, really? Kryptonite.
It's like, it's basically just a metal rod. It's a bit congealed.
You're made of metal rods.
Ooh, thank you very much.
It's all right, mate.
One does one's best. Doesn't one know? Harry Hall, Hush Hush. So I told you, he says, Harry Hall, Hush Hush, released 1987. I think it's earlier than that. I think it's more like 1937. Hush, hush, hush. I won't sing it, obviously. Probably isn't copyright anymore, but I'm drilling out this big, heavy bolter barrel.
You're a big heavy bolter. There you go.
The one thing I've learned with this metal is if you're drilling, you can't just go straight in drilling because your drill bit just stops. You have to go backwards and forwards a lot. If you got desperate, a touch of oil would help, but I don't think I need to go that far.
Oh. Yeah, that. I got a bit of that.
Recorded in 1932, says Ted. Yes, there you go. I knew it was something like that.
Pardon me. Well,
if you want a way to catch the bogeyman without fail, keep a little salt with you and put it on his tail. There you go.
So that's cut out and place on the seat. And
I don't know if you read this. Dream Builder Daniel says, yeah, I'm new to air. Started with 2 cheap ones and going on to the Evo is another league. Not the most expensive anyway, but better than the first 2.
Absolutely, mate. I still got my cheap Chinese airbrushes. All I did is I honed the needles with some micro mesh. Yep. And I use them for priming or gloss coats. That's it.
Yep.
You know, and they're good enough for that.
We always say, and all of us, even on the eModels show, we always say, when people say, what's the best airbrush? We always say, don't get the most expensive, but don't get the cheapest either when you're just starting out.
Yeah.
Go for a nice average one of your Sparmax or something.
Yes.
And then if you like airbrushing, then you can upgrade to better ones. If you don't like it, you've not spent a fortune.
Absolutely.
And then if you want to get the cheap, crappy Chinese ones, just wait till you've got some experience because
Yeah.
If you try and learn on one of those, they'll probably kick you in the balls every time you try and use it because they're not very good. But if you know what you're doing, you know why they're not very good, and you can get round it.
Yeah. Very first thing that I do when I get a Chinese airbrush is I run them through. Where is it? Oh, just got to stand up to reach it, mate. So there may be parpage.
There may be parpage ahead.
First thing I do when I get a Chinese airbrush is I run it through me sharpener.
Yep.
One of them. And you put your needles in it. You've got 4 stones in there. And then I give it a twisty all the way through all of them. Go over it. Job done. Bit of needle juice. And yeah.
Yep.
And that'll make a cheap Chinese airbrush spray a fair bit better than when you first get it out of the box.
Yeah, because those kind of cheap, crappy airbrushes, they're not absolutely useless. They're great for all your crappy stuff like having to spray like primers or anything where you just need to get a bit... You don't want to put the real heavy-duty stuff through your nice, expensive airbrush.
Well, yeah, you don't want to gloss coat the inside of an H&S airbrush, do you?
No. So anything where, you know, it doesn't matter if you destroy the airbrush if you spent 20 quid on it. So
yeah.
But it's if you've got experience with airbrushes and you know how they work, then those little cheap ones are great for that kind of disposable airbrush use.
Yeah.
But if you're a newbie, you wouldn't want to start out because it's like learning to ride a bike on a bike with square wheels. You'd think you can't ride a bike, but it's not. It's because your bike's crap. That's not bad. Look at that drilled out barrel there. Drill out
your barrel.
I'm getting used to these barrels. You can actually adjust them with the knife blade by carving them out.
Oh yeah.
I'm actually really enjoying doing the cleanup on these metal things.
You're doing all the learnings and everything, aren't you? I'm so proud of you, mate.
I really am enjoying cleaning this stuff up. I mean, I enjoy cleaning up anyway, but this is just more fun. It's really quite enjoyable. Plus, I come out smelling like a bag of coins, which is always a winner.
Yeah, he says, cheers, cool. He said, I will try that. No worries, mate. No worries at all. It works for us. Like I say, you learn these things over the years, and if it helps people out, give it a try.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know what Steve's reason is, but I can't do I can't do button airbrushes anymore because I can't do that with my hand. I get awful cramps and pains after about 5 minutes. So I have to use trigger brushes. And at the moment, I've only got my TRN1 because when I got it, it was the only trigger brush available that wasn't like a £700 DeVille Biss. Now there's a lot more, so I must get some more. But I do need to get a backup brush. But yeah, no, trigger brushes for me. I just find them a lot easier, comfortable, and I think they give me more control. But, some people prefer buttons. I just can't use them. Same reason I can't use my Xbox controller anymore without the paddles on the back.
Just officially an old fart, mate.
Yeah, I'm basically a bit demic, aren't I?
I think so, yeah.
I'm a Friday afternoon. I'm a British Leyland Friday afternoon special is what I am.
Yeah, you are a Friday car, mate.
Yeah, mud guards that make no sense. A really badly shaped bumper.
I cleaned that up, didn't I?
Yeah, you did a bit.
Little bit of you is proud of me there, isn't you?
A little bit, yeah. Always am.
Max says, you gave me that tip before, Cole. It's worked a treat. He said, having access to an ultrasonic bath is also a bonus. Yeah, all my cheap Chinese. I mean, that was a 20 quid airbrush. And I got it because it was gravity fed. It had a Mac valve. It's pistol grip. So it ticked all the boxes. And the first thing I did, got it out of the box, redone all the needle, straight through the sharpener. And yeah, that is my airbrush that all my primers get done with. Every time.
I need to get myself a crappy airbrush just for primers.
Yeah. Over there, I've got my gloss coat ones. Yep. Primer, gloss, matte. That's pretty much my how.to that does everything. And then I've got me button ones there, H&S, Ultimate Apex, and a Mr. Robbie. And the Mr. Robbie's all set, ready for panel lining and pre-shading, that sort of thing.
The one thing I consistently fail to get is quick release things. I always sit there and go, God, I wish I had a quick release, and then I never get one. The same way I never get masking tape, electrical tape.
All my airbrushes are quick release, mate.
Yeah, I know. Mine should be, but every time I get one, I go, oh, do you know, I'm rubbish. You know this.
But that comes from the days at the workshop. You know, everything there was quick release. So,
I mean, I've only got my one airbrush, so I have got an eWater Neo, but it's given up the ghost. Doesn't actually suck up the air anymore.
Oh,
not
really?
a Neo, sorry, an eWater Revolution. I don't use it much anyway because it's a button airbrush. Yeah. And it basically got used for, if I wanted to do something quick and I couldn't be bothered spending 20 minutes cleaning it, so I just spray primer through it and then run some isopropyl through it, and that'd be it.
Yeah.
And I think it's just given up the ghost now, basically, because it just got butchered and abused. Because I can't use it for anything else, so.
Nah.
I did have a DeVilbiss dagger as well, which is really nice, but that died for no reason. And that was free because my boss bought me that
so
when we were doing
basically
Decals.
an airbrush killer then, that's what you're saying.
Could be. Not deliberately. I just happen to, just because they happen to have these accidents, and I can't help it, I'm surrounded by flights of stairs. And people just happen to, talk about them all the time.
Paul says, I picked up an airbrush that comes with 3 cup sizes, 3 needle nozzles and a nose for $50. Haven't used it yet due to a lack of a spray booth. Yeah.
Yeah, probably all right. Just keep in mind if it's got any little quirks, it's not your lack of talent, it's just quirks you might need to figure out.
Yeah, I've got an Ultimate Apex there that I use, and I modified mine. I put a bolt in the end of it, because I'm all or nothing with my hands at the end of the day. So if I want to use the varying needle on there, I've now got a needle stop on mine. I just tapped a thread in the end of it, and I've got a needle stop. So yeah,
you're a needle stop.
So that's my little modification to mine, folks.
Modify.
Obviously, with the H&S ones, you can dial that in and just push a button. Boom, done.
My first ever metal heavy bolter.
How do you, soldier?
I'm enjoying these metal stuff. It's nonsense. I love it. It's great fun.
It's different, isn't it?
I keep walking around in bare feet and getting little shivs of metal in my feet, which is great.
Yeah, you don't want to be doing that.
Yeah, no, that's not great. And I can't promise I won't come out with like mine as long or steelwork as long or something.
Oh, cold, yeah. Surprised you haven't got your rubber gloves on.
No, that'd be nonsense.
Go a bit of that on there. Yeah, I mean, I ummed and ahed about getting an H&S airbrush for years. I can remember, I think it was a conversation I had with Ted on before an eModels show. I was chatting about them, and it was just, you know something? Yeah, it was a nice little treat, put it that way.
Yeah.
It was like, yeah, I'm going to get one. I'm glad I did. I've never regretted getting it.
No.
Because...
I mean, that's the... Go on.
Yeah, it is one of them airbrushes. It is chalk and cheese, night and day. It really is.
Yeah. I mean, tools and equipment is one of those systems where more often than not, the more you spend, the better it is. There's a lot of things in life where the more you spend doesn't mean more quality, but when it comes to things like airbrushes and stuff, yeah, it does.
Yeah, you get what you pay for, mate.
Yep.
It's that good, better, best, isn't it?
Yep. And it doesn't mean, it doesn't mean that getting a more expensive airbrush suddenly means you can paint more things ultimately. It doesn't. It just means it's got better control, it'll last longer, and it's got more flow control and things are more precise. It doesn't make you a better painter.
Yeah.
You need to learn how to do it. That's why we say don't just go straight in at the top end of the market if you're learning how to airbrush, because you might not like airbrushing and you've just spent 300 quid.
Absolutely. Jeff likes a cool idea for the Apex there, Cole. Yeah, I mean, it worked for me, Jeff, because like I said before, I'm all or nothing. I pulled a trigger. It's Well, because, you know, I've got Edward spanner hands at the end of the day, so I wanted a way of being able to use the progressive needle without keep overdoing it and getting a big splurge of paint. So
you're basically on it like Sonic, aren't you, basically?
Yeah, I just basically tap the thread in there, and now I can pull that right back. And as you can see, that's only a third of the way back. And then if I need to go back any further, I can now dial it in. So it's just a simple little hack.
Yeah.
Because normally when I airbrush, I put an elastic band round it, see, so that if I twitch, I don't fire an airbrush across the room. So
see, I never think of things like that because I'm not even remotely practical minded like that. So
yeah, well, it's like my door, isn't it, with my paint rack? You're proper.
That's pretty impressive.
You are pretty impressed with that, aren't you?
I'm pretty impressed with that. Who knew that a door could be a storage solution?
Yeah, exactly.
You wait till you see the pictures, folks. It's great.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I've got to wait until it's all filled back up again because at the moment it's empty. But yeah,
you're empty.
Yeah, I may have got carried away. Me get carried away, dear.
Festa carried away? Surely not. Such a thing is not even possible.
Reputation.
In the girls' dormitory at midnight.
Right, let's see how that looks on its rump. Doubled up on that answer, Dream Build. Try searching on eModels for Apex airbrushes. You'll find out about it. Ted says, the amount of times I forgot to clean my HNS, but I can strip it easily and bring it back to life. That's what I like about it, Ted, is, you know, you can do a field strip on it in minutes and back together and you're painting again. It really is, I think, one of the most user-friendly airbrushes there is for that.
Yeah. A quick thing to Daniel as well, if you go onto eModels and search for Apex airbrushes and there's nothing, it doesn't do anything, don't panic, it just means they're out of stock.
Yeah.
Because I was looking at them the other day and I couldn't find them, because with eModels, if it's not in stock, it's not there.
Yeah, it doesn't get listed.
It comes back when it's in stock. So don't worry if it's not there. It will be. I think they were sending them more stock recently. They're waiting for more from the manufacturer, weren't they, over at Yoast? Shiny metal soldier mans.
I'm proud of you, soldier. You're doing so well.
I've got a little shiny man.
He's all grown up. He's got his big boy trousers on. Oh mate, I'm so proud of you. You know.
Look, the little gun goes on his shoulder like that.
Look at you, eh? Oh.
He's like a big boy with his big boomy gun.
Does it have a resounding click? Does it when you do it?
Look at the barrel. Look at the barrel. Oh, I drilled that.
Did you really?
In metal with tools. I use my big tool.
Hold up a minute. You did a manly thing using a manly implement.
I used 3 different drill bits and my knife blade.
I want the old Fox back because you're an imposter, mate.
I don't know why, but for some reason on a plastic barrel I can't mark the centre point with the knife blade because it just goes everywhere. But in metal I can quite easily mark the centre point with a knife blade, and I've not yet stabbed myself.
It's because you're special.
So something special. Special filter. Special brew. Aye. Goes your wrist. Oh. That's my new favourite phrase, by the way.
Oh, is it?
Goes your wrist. Yeah.
I worry about you, you know.
My dad used to say that. Yeah, goes your wrist. I mean, shut up. I just like it. I like Ouija.
My missus just says to me, wind your neck in. It's like, okay, love.
That's not very Scottish.
Good enough for me, mate. I didn't say it was Scottish.
No, you don't need more than one warning though, do you?
No.
No,
that's all she normally goes. So we got that on there.
Right, what have we got on this chappy here? Fox going to start a furnace and make all builds metal, says Dream Builder. No, because there are downsides to it. They're a little... Although I find it kind of charming, but they are a little scratty around the edges.
Oh, right.
A little... Whereas, like, you know, say, for example, if you've got a plastic moulded dude with, say, goggles over his helmet, like he's got, like, he's got a pair of goggles up on the top of his helmet.
Hmm.
In plastic, the frame of the goggles would be nice and crisp and even and really nice. On this, it's like, yeah, it's a bit like, you know, they made it out of a roll a sausage of putty, and then yeah, they've
So
got a certain charm.
basically, they're not very good.
No, they are, but they've got a certain handmade charm because they're based on somebody sculpted it rather than actual CAD designs. So it's hard to explain, but they've got a certain rough and ready handmade charm to them, which in the 90s was, you know, top of the range production quality. Because plastic moulding wasn't good enough. That's why they did metal miniatures. It was cheaper and better at the time.
Cheap and cheerful, mate. That's how it should be.
Cheap and cheerful, that's the way it should be.
There you go.
What's your belly and beverage then tonight, Col?
What are we? Wednesday. Might be bangers night tonight.
Ooh, more bangers, you say?
Yeah, might be bangers tonight. So.
Hey, she doesn't hard look after you with the bangers, does she?
She does, mate. She does. I give her credit. I have quite a strict diet, as you know.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
Not in a I need to lose weight, but obviously,
what chemicals you are taking into your body kind of diet.
You know, so I just leave it to H, you know. I don't go hungry, folks, put it that way.
No. You seem to have a lot of beans in your diet, which I fully commend.
Yes.
I think everybody's now.
That's made me make some rather peculiar sounds, though, mate, doesn't it?
I was going to say, it's not just me that's noticed that from the photographs either. I think most people could state that's the case.
But, yeah, my ability to create quite bizarre sounds is something that fascinates you, isn't it?
When paleontologists wants to figure out what a dinosaur, say a hadrosaur, sounded like,
yeah.
After they've done all the before they do all the the CAT scans on the bones and try and figure out the shape of the head and stuff, they just give Colin a call and say, "Col,
yeah, can you do an impression of this?
Yeah, 7 metre tall hadrosaur. There you go.
Yeah, you know me so well.
Yeah, Festa 67's workshop. The man who was a microphone boom in need of oiling.
Yeah, that's what BC says. You were Neanderthal and still are.
Yeah.
It's like, cheers, love.
And I give you extra points for pronouncing that correctly.
Oh yeah, I know.
Because most people say Neanderthal, and they're wrong.
They're wrong, mate. They're
wrong. What are they, Cole?
Wrong.
Wrong. They're just wrong.
Yeah, they're totally wrong, mate. Bang out of order wrong.
Get out of it. Not right.
Yeah. Yeah, totally wrong, isn't it?
You're wrong. It's not right. It's wrong. Shut it.
Dreambill says magical. It's creating weird noises and smelly gas. Damn, he knows me so well, doesn't he?
Oh, yeah. Well, one kind of naturally follows the other, so...
Yeah.
We've heard the noises, we can assume the gas. I just love the fact that, like, we either know you've trumped because either we hear it and you say nothing, or we don't hear it and you say, I'm sorry about that, and we're like, You never admit it when we don't hear it. I mean, when we hear it.
Yeah, but as years have been married to H, I just immediately confess my sins.
Yeah, it works for us.
Yeah, it's like, that was me. Yeah, years and years have taught me just admit it, be done, go for the easy option.
So you have learned some things over the 30 years then?
Yeah, not all the things, but some.
You've not learned any stealth skills, but you've learned what to do when you've got no choice and your back's up against the wall and there's no way out.
Oh, absolutely,
just
mate.
it. Just say yes, dear. Rustle the newspaper.
Oh, yeah. It's when she goes, are you listening? Yes. What did I say? Damn it.
Yeah.
Immediately, that's the one. That is guaranteed to get an instant bead of sweat on my forehead, mate.
Yeah, but you know the funny thing? You know the funniest thing is? You know that, and yet you still don't listen.
No, I know.
Because every time you play the chance game, you say, right, well, there's a chance you might say, are you listening? And if I'm not listening, I'm caught. But you know what? Maybe I'll get away with it this time. And you never get away with it.
Stupidly, there's been occasions where I've tried to guess what she's been on about. So I've come up with an answer that bears no resemblance to the conversation she was actually having.
Remind me to open a casino and make Colin my favourite customer.
Yeah, so it's like, yeah. What did I just say? Lettuce. And she's like, what? And I went, it must be my hearing aid. I'll check me battery, love. I'm sure you said lettuce. And she's like, no, I never. You know I never.
Well, I was joking with Colin earlier on, saying that he never learns with H. He always gets himself into these corners. I said, basically, Colin, you're the only person that could fail a Skinner box test.
Oh, yeah.
You can't fail a Skinner box, but you would.
Oh, I would, mate. I would find some way to fail it.
Press this button, get food. How do I get food?
Yeah.
You'd be a rubbish pigeon.
But the thing is you sit there at the time and you think, I'm going to prove you wrong, and I get all cocky with it. And then I blurt out totally the wrong answer, and she goes, start running, fat boy. Oh.
Oh, cripes.
So, yeah. It is quite funny. Of course, my eldest just sits there splitting his ribs. I'm like, I know the answer to this one. Well, look at you with your trick questions. Bang, and I blurt out the answer, and he just looks at me and goes, oh, that's not what she said. And I look at him and I'm like, I'm wrong, ain't I? Yeah.
Yeah. This is why Colin never took up a life of crime. What are you going to call the police? That's the one behind me, isn't there? Oh.
Yeah. And then I look at him and I say, she's not laughing, is she? And he goes, oh, no, so glad I'm not you. And I go, yeah, but I've got you in my corner. You're on your own. Damn it.
I've got you in my corner, even though you're walking out the door.
Yeah.
Come back.
Dream Builder's off, as is Mac. I'll catch you later. Sad visit to Scotland this week. Take care. Oh, bless you. Sorry to hear that, mate. Al says Beth needs to go walkies before bedtime, so we're off. Not a problem.
See you, Revell.
Skipper says to you, have you seen that you can now get pot noodles without the pot? So what's that then? Bag? It's just a noodle.
That's just like ramen in a bag.
See, I think they should do Lancashire hot pot noodle. So it's got a ring to it.
Ooh. Although I can't help be see, ever since they did the doner kebab one, and it was just exactly the same flavour as the Bombay Bad Boy, but not as spicy. I'm like, oh, you've just put cumin in it, then that's it.
Yeah.
Okay, they lost me then, because they promised the most amazing thing in a doner kebab pot noodle, and they didn't deliver. And at that point,
you lost faith in them then, did you?
I lost faith. Yeah, you can't promise something like a doner kebab flavour pot noodle and then not deliver it.
Nah, that's a bit pants, mate.
Yeah, that's well out of order. So, yeah. I mean, we've been able to buy packs of ramen noodles forever. I've got a cupboard full of packs of ramen noodles.
Oh, yeah.
Just about time.
Student staple food, mate.
Yeah, it's about time that pot noodle got round to doing that. Oh, excuse me, burpage.
I'll get you with your burpage of burpiness.
Burpularity.
Proud of you, you know. They grow up so quick.
Grow up so quick, don't they? Before you know it, they're not pooping themselves regularly.
Right, that goes
of course,
on
the most important question of the night: have you all done pooping today? Have you all had a successful pooping? You all cleaned your systems out and you're up and ready for the day?
I worry about you and your obsession with pooping.
There's more important things to worry about. Don't worry about me, dear boy. Which way round does this gun go? That way. Okay.
Get your guns here. Ready for a pound.
Here comes the bogeyman. Stop knocking the goddamn camera, you absolute SpongeBob.
You've been special again.
I've got the camera right there so people can see what tiny things I'm working on. Unfortunately, it means I keep banging it every 5 seconds.
Said the actress to the bishop.
Here all week, trying to fish.
There you go. Apparently sits there just like that.
Trying to do this with a big plaster on my thumb. Yeah.
Go.
What could possibly go wrong?
everything can go wrong because it's us two idiots.
Alles die Dinge.
Got that. Done that half. Done that one. Do that one after the bonnet's been done.
It's one half and the other.
Other half. Get you some of that. So it is literally... that. They're done, they're done. Not bothering with that because it's the convertible.
Just gluing a thing together.
Right. So it is going to be... You go the other side. Why not? Yes, in there. Don't need any of that. So that can go back on the chassis.
One side or the other. You must decal them. You've got to decal them. That was rubbish, wasn't it?
Is that's got to have the silver. No, I'm talking to myself. What are you on about?
I know, I'm not listening to myself. I stopped listening to myself years ago. You should know that.
Absolutely. I argue with myself and lose, mate, so I stand no chance. Right.
Super match game. Right,
What
now
have
to get
we
all these
got?
two lined up together somehow.
That can go there. That leaves that one. That one. Top, middle, and
Oh, that's
bottom.
really good. Oh, it lines up perfectly. Oh, I like that. Oh, I like that.
Oh, Fred Dipner's in. You like that?
Do you like that? Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. That's jelly. That'll do, Pick. That'll do. And there's a little bit of space on there on the side for, I don't know, a rock or something, or a nonsense of some sort.
You're made of rocks.
All your rocks all belong to us. That's going to go together like a glove. Right, so we need to somehow figure this out now, don't we?
Some of that.
Have you some of that? Squishy, squishy glue time.
Right, what have we got? Al says, if you haven't had a bowel movement, drink a tall glass of prune juice and you'll be going tomorrow without fail. Yeah. Yeah, I can imagine that, mate.
Oops.
Yeah, you're going to be out running Usain Bolt and all, mate.
Prune juice is nice. I like prune juice. It's good for you. It's good at clearing out underneath the arches.
Yeah, absolutely.
And what have you. Right, let's get that little bit. I'll have to run some thin CA under him, I think. Because...
Not fat CA, but thin CA, is that what you're saying?
Yeah. Thin. I was watching a video of Adam Savage the other day.
Oh, right.
Building like a 1/35th scale AT-AT.
Oh, right.
In resin. It's a garage kit. And he was gluing this thing together, and he was using extra thin CA with the big needle applier.
Yeah.
And he had that thing open on his bench all day.
Yeah.
And he had like he had a flappy bit, like a foot on the AT-AT, and he had a hinge pin that he put in, and he put this little bit of glue on it, and the thing would still flap. And I'm like, if I did that, it'd glue everything together. And also, if I had the thing open all day with the little needle nose thing on it, it'd be a block of solid stuff after about 3 minutes.
Yeah, I have a love-hate relationship with super glue, as you know.
Yeah, so it's like, I don't know how he did that. And like, he just opens a bottle of super glue and blobs some on, and then leaves the bottle open. It's like, how does he not end up with just like a solid block?
It's because he's Adam Savage, but he's a legend because he was born on the same day I was born.
He was born under a wandering star. I'm going to move my camera up because I'm sick of banging it.
Yeah, 15th
I like to bang
of July,
bang it.
1967 is the day myself and Adam Savage came into this little world.
I'm just going to go full screen for 1 second so I can focus. 1 sec.
Yeah, you do it, you like, mate.
Into this world, that's where they came into. Where is it there? Yeah.
All right, it's got to go back a frack.
Focus, courtesy of an IBM Model M keyboard. The best keyboard you'll ever have. Ever. Ever. Trust me. None of this glowy gaming keyboard rubbish for teenage nonsense.
That's just your opinion, dear.
Yes, of course it is. Oops, there you go. See, it went everywhere.
It's the most annoyingly loud keyboard in the world.
It's great. Why would you not want a keyboard that goes clickety-clackety-click like a keyboard
It's
should
all
do?
right when you're off air, but when you're on air, it is so distracting.
It's great. It's a true sign of geekdom.
Yeah, it's yeah. Retro saying shenanigans, absolutely.
Shenaniganery.
Always shenanigans. James is in. Evening, Colin, Fox and chat. Festa and Foxx. Hello, James. How you doing, mate? Nice to see you in, mate.
Hello, James. Got a new motor?
Always nice to see James in.
Right, so that's that guy glued on there. Ooh,
Yeah,
that's the one thing I do like about thin CA glue, though. It's really weird.
what's
You
that?
get it on your thumb. If you get it on your thumb or your finger, it for a very brief second just feels really, really hot and then goes away.
Oh, right, yeah.
Because it's exothermic, isn't it? It's like,
Yeah.
feels like feels like you've touched some boiling water. It's like, oh, it's gone. If you're a delicate wallflower like me.
A princess, in other words.
Yeah, I'm also trying to be really careful not to glue my plaster to my thumb because that could get interesting when I try and take it off.
That could only happen to you, can't it?
Actually, it could probably more likely happen to you, let's be honest.
Yeah.
You can't really deny that one, can you?
Is an ecumenical matter.
Yeah, you'd be more likely to get that than me.
Yeah, notice how I'm not arguing there.
Yeah. It would not be an argument that you would win.
No. It's one of those quick whilst I'm behind arguments, isn't it, mate?
Yeah. Don't snatch defeat from the jaws of victory. Oh, excuse me, there's that cough again. God damn it.
We're falling apart, dear.
I am. I'm just made of detritus.
You're just made of old man noises, aren't you?
Yeah. All my noises belong to you.
There you go. Let's bring that right along now. Because we want to then see. That's in line with that. Right. Dokily. Just a bit like so. Official pace car, Chevrolet. Oh yeah, just spotted that.
Chevrolet.
Let's just get that on there.
I put my thin CA away, and I'm going to need it again in a minute, aren't I? Dingus.
Dingus.
Dingularity.
Just up a bit more then. Note yourself. Remember, you've just put a decal on. Don't put your thumb on that part of the car.
Remember, you're a womble.
Yeah, that's better. Redeemed.
Oi, oi, oi. Dropping.
Get in there. Whab it.
Oh,
His
bum
thumb
tubes.
is forever reeling and getting a little smelly. Absolutely, mate.
Ew.
Oh yeah, it wouldn't be Stabby Fox, mate, if he didn't impale himself on something.
Nothing I do gets a little bit smelly. Thank you very much.
Oh, I don't know. Some of the sounds you make, mate, I'm surprised you can still walk.
Well, yeah, semantics. He's splitting hairs now.
I am. Normally, as soon as we go off air, the end credits come up and he'll let out. Oh, mate, it's just wrong.
That's still natural. That's the circle of life. Can't go wrong with that.
Yeah, but it's just like, yeah. Man's definitely ill. Steve says he's off to bed. He's got to get up early. No worries, mate. Not a problem at all, mate. It is a school night. We are very conscious of that.
Yep.
So what's the time there? 22:41. We'll go on until 11, and then we'll come off at 11.
Okay.
So Gives you a couple of hours of our company, folks.
Yes.
What better way to start your week than with us two pillocks? Yeah.
Well, I can think of some better ways, but they're not necessarily something I want to talk about on a semi-family friendly show.
Exactly.
Get the big boy pliers out for this one.
Oh, you're getting all special. You're getting your manly tools out, are you?
Yeah, I was trying to, but it didn't actually come off.
Didn't go according to plan, no.
Didn't quite go according to plan, no. A bit of bending needed. A little bit of bending.
Get yourself some bending, free repair. Everyone's saying night, Steve, mate. You take.
Nice, Steve. Yeah. Good night, my friend.
Yeah. It's nice to see folks in.
Yep. That's not going to play ball. I'm off camera, but I'm just trying to line some bits up.
Yeah.
Line your bits up.
We do our best to try and stay on camera. We don't always succeed, but we do try our best.
Sometimes you got to get up close and personal with the model, and I can't do that if it's there, because I'll be like this. It'll be a bit weird. So we both have to do that. And we're looking at something right close up. I bent it the wrong way, didn't I?
Well, also, because I'm actually filming this as well whilst we're live, so
yeah.
This will become a build series on my YouTube channel, so I now film when I'm live streaming as well, so that I can edit all the footage and do an episode as a build series. So
cool. It's
basically me trying to make as much productive use of the little time I have now at the bench each day. So
yeah, makes perfect sense to me.
So that's what I'm doing. I've got my video camera literally right in front of my face. That went well cold, didn't it? You went all the way to lining that up and then went and stuck your brush right in the middle of it and moved it all again.
Woohoo! Right in the middle.
What a tit wobble.
Straight down the middle. Tit wobble, tit wobble, tit wobble.
Right, let's just double check that again.
That's better. That's better. That's Tetley.
That'd be better. That'd be better.
If it doesn't quite fit, bend it just a little bit. There you go. A little bit of bending.
Have you a bit of that? I went to get my spare bottle of CA glue out the other day and wondered why I couldn't get anything out, and realised if I was to cut the bottle open, there'd just be a block of solid CA. Yeah.
Like, yeah, it's one of them.
Oh, it went off, did it? Yeah.
Yeah. It must have
So
been exposed to the air or something.
Yeah.
It's like, bum holes.
Yeah, I make a point every now and then. I just put my CA glue in my decal water solution here and put it on the heater. Just warm it up.
Yeah. Well, that's why you'll always see me putting the lid on mine as quickly as possible, because it's just exposed to the air that kills it. But
just keep it nice and warm. And, yeah.
You know, looking after your CA glue is very much like making love to a beautiful woman.
Another way of doing it as well is if you've just made a hot cup of tea, just sit it on top. Or pour a bit of the hot water in a container and just stand it in there. It'll soon warm it up and thin it down. Enough to use it for what you need it for. It will go solid again, but at least you get to continue using it. So
yeah, I mean, eventually it's going to get too much CO2 and just be a block, isn't it?
Absolutely.
Then it's a great paperweight.
Most of us never fully use a tube of super glue.
No, because it's... I mean, I'm quite surprised with this one. It's the one that's lasted me the longest.
Yeah.
Normally I get to use them like a handful of times and they just become unusable. But since because you'll see me every time I use it, like even just like a little bit, I'll get the reamer in there and make sure the hole's open.
Yeah, you're made of reamers.
Like the minute I finish using it, I'll be doing that and getting the reamer in there and getting that, and then make sure, because the thing that I usually end up with it being blocked and then I can't use it.
Yeah.
So if I keep the lid on all the time and always I used to do it with drill bits, try and get the hole clear, even if I've just gone blurp like that for a little bit.
Yeah.
Clear the hole out. It's a pain in the bum, but it means it lasts longer.
Yeah, I've got these ones that the lid itself is built into it is its own prong.
Oh yeah.
So when you twist the lid closed, the prong actually comes out through the middle and seals the bottle back up.
Oh, cool.
So yeah.
I used to have one that had a metal pin inside. It was like one of these, but it had a metal pin inside the lid. And either the pin would just end up stuck into the. It would get the glue in the nozzle would solidify, and then you'd try and twist it off, and the lid would come off, and the pin would be just in there, and you'd be like, "Well, that's just rubbish, isn't it?"
Yeah.
Because the pin had nowhere to stick to the lid. My nose is exploding. Hang on.
Oh, poor nosy wosy explodey bodey, is it?
No. Some influx of liquids.
I'm sure everyone needed to know that.
Wow. Oh, yeah. There we go. Right.
Jeff Light says, sounds like a good idea, Cole. Maximisation of bench time. Yeah, like I say, I'm filming as we speak just there. So, got me camera pointy at the screen. Actually, let's come round there and you'll be able to see what I'm up to. See, that's the episode I'm filming at the moment.
Hello.
That's why I have so many boom arms in the man cave, see? So I'm doing a filmy as we go. So it enables me to get as much bench time as possible, because me and bench time is normally a couple of hours, 3 hours a day max, and then I have to go lay down. Because, yeah. So
Is that how you scare the queen? You say, boo, mom.
Yeah. I see what it did there, especially now that she's brown bread. But yeah, so I get as much bench time now because I can then go and get the MacBook. I can sit and edit all of this footage ready, and then, so it just enables me to get things done. And like I say, when I go in the Hangouts, 9 times out of 10, I'm filming in there as well. So... This gives me a nice little archive of footage that I can edit.
Archive. Paul Di Tommaso says, the week isn't the same without a little Festa and Foxx.
Oh, that's nice to hear, mate.
I don't know why he says that, but it's nice. Thank you.
Well, we did, or I did. I did worry at one point that was I oversaturating with so many streams, and I didn't want people to get fed up with us, but I soon got told the error of my ways for thinking that.
I slapped that out of you, didn't I?
Yeah, I mean, I just didn't want people to get bored, but...
Do you know who never thought that? Every popular TV presenter ever.
Absolutely, but it was like during lockdown, it was great for us because we got, because where we're both housebound, we knew what lockdown was going to be like for people. Not everyone would have got on with it. So straight away, we made a concerted effort to do a lot more lives just to take that edge off of it for folks.
Yep.
And, folks responded really well to it. And like we've said, if you want us to live stream, we'll live stream. We don't mind.
But now it's a case of, we're going to live stream.
Yeah. I enjoy it because for me, this is my socialising, So, yeah, it's nice to spend time with you all. I know we're not the greatest keeping an eye on the chat. That is our worst point. We do try, but...
Hey, have you seen how many channels actually don't even respond to the chat at all?
Yeah.
Loads of them. At least we respond to the chat.
Yeah. It's just nice to keep you company, and it's nice for you to come in and join us, because without you, the audience, and you in chat, there wouldn't be live stream.
Nope. There'd just be stream. And it
so, yeah. Dream Builder says, and the knowledge and fun, this is the best part. Yeah, I mean, we don't pretend to be the most knowledgeable blokes there is, but... if someone asks me a question, I will endeavour to answer it. Not. Is he trying
to say that we impart knowledge to people?
Not all my techniques work. It works for me, but it might not be for everyone else. Adapt it to your own style is my motto.
Well, it's impart knowledge. How very dare you?
Yeah, it's like anything. There's more than one way to do a task at the end of the day.
Yep.
And it's what works for you.
Yep. I've just spent 5 minutes making a little plastic greeble, and it's now just pinged off the end of my blade, and it's gone forever.
Dream Builder says, I'll do stupid comments in the chat for you. No comment is stupid, mate. They're all valid.
Unless you're a flat earther.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, in which case, yeah, they're all stupid. Right, where's that piece of I just made the world's best greeble, and it's just gone.
There you go. That's the door locks
Absolutely
on.
disappeared.
Oh, lamekins.
It just vanished off the face of the earth. Absolute fascists. Oh, well, never mind.
Ted says, well, I've just built some of the Titanic. Took me weeks to make all the parts, and now you can't see any of it, bloody Trump. Time for bed, I think. Good shout, Ted.
By bed, he means gin.
Yeah, that's what it is. That's why you can't see it, because it's sunk in the gym ocean.
Yep.
Bless him. Says, I've had gin. Gin?
I'll make another bit of greeble now. It guarantees the moment I actually find the other one, I'll make this. I'll find the other one. I'll say that sentence again in a minute with all the right words in the right place.
Yeah, that was a bit lame, wasn't it? I think I can get away.
That sentence actually worked.
Yeah.
Do. And I've just found it. There it is over there. You absolute
I can get away with
biscuit. Shine biscuit. Scheissenhausen. I knew I'd find it right at that moment. PATRON.
You've been special.
Yes. No, the laws of physics are just messing with me. Again. They're always messing with me.
Oh,
curse you, laws of physics. Hecking laws of physics. Like anybody pays any attention to them.
Right, let's see. I've got some spare decals. Oh, yeah. When wouldn't I have spare decals? Spare decals, yeah.
Get spare decals.
No,
After all that, it looks like absolute garbage anyway. Oh, well, never mind. No pink.
That's what I want to put back afterwards. Oh, straight away I've spotted the one I want. I've spotted the one that I want. Oh, no.
It's the one that I want. Ooh. I do apologise.
Yeah, we don't get out much, folks.
I do apologise that Colin did that. Oh, dear.
Oh, that's mint. I'm having that all day long. Get you a bit of that. Oh, yes. Oh, you are a thing of beauty.
Well, thank you very much. Oh, wait.
It's not you, you're old wazzock.
No.
Oh.
Don't make a girl a promise if you know you can't keep it.
Oh, Mum, he built me up and knocked me down. Don't know what that voice was, but...
No, it was scary is what it was. Slightly concerning. In breach of quite a few, probably, orders, I think.
You will be proud of me.
I am proud of you. I'm proud of you every time you manage to, you know...
Obligatory Warhammer decal is going on said car.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, let me guess. Black and white checkers.
Yeah, you got it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I just thought that looked a bit naked because there is that blemish under there. And I thought, do you know something?
How'd you get rid of a blemish? Oh, that looks great.
Just something different, isn't it?
Yeah.
Breaks it up as well.
As people have learned, the secret to making good models is to sometimes screw something up and cover it up with a decal or weathering.
Yeah.
It is the order of things.
And I make the mistakes. so that you don't have to.
Like on this machine gun here, I've not got the tripod quite in the middle. So what I'll do is I'll just carve the tripod so it looks like it's in the middle.
Or a tripod.
You're made of tripods.
AJ's getting buzzed by a tiny fly.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Is it a Spanish fly?
See what it did there.
Or a Spanish flea? No, can't do that.
Bow, bow, bow.
Super match game. Bomb. For some reason, I've just remembered the 1980s fizzy drink called Quattro. I don't remember why, or even if I liked Quattro, but I've just remembered it.
I can remember it, yeah.
I have no remember if I liked it or not. Oh, ball sacks. There we go, that's better.
Yeah, that's perfect.
Now that's not a solution. Is that a solution?
There you go. Right, Dream Builder says I've got to leave you all. It's getting late here and need to try to get some sleep. Cheers, Mr. Festa Foxx. Until the next one, be well. We're back on again Wednesday, Daniel, for eModels over on their channel, mate. So we'll be doing the workbench live where we're doing a bit on the Bane blades. So that's when we'll next be back. So thanks for coming in, mate. Thanks for your support.
Right, thank you. Thank you, Bigley.
And like I say, we are mindful that it is a school night, folks. So, you know, yeah.
I've still not quite got the hang of my brain round to the fact of super gluing plastic card onto something. It doesn't seem natural to me.
Yeah, but it works, doesn't it?
Yeah, but it's like, I don't know. It's weird. Yeah, so I've not got my my tripod right in the middle, quite lined up centrally with the gun.
Yeah.
So all I've done is I put a little tiny shiver plastic card on the end of the tripod on that side. So it looks like it's more like it's in the middle. At least I think it does anyway.
Yeah.
Probably doesn't. Nobody will ever know. Nobody will ever know. And that means I have done 4 people tonight.
Oh, I'm so proud of you.
That dude and that dude. And I've done that heavy gun crew.
Yeah.
And I've enjoyed every minute of it.
Oh, there you go.
And I've got that commissar and that plasma dude. So I've got a right little collection there. Coming on slowly.
Proud of you, mate.
Slowly, slowly. Build the army. And focusing. It's weird,
full screen
really
if you want.
No, it's fine. It's all right. There's not much to see. You can't really see much of them because they're shiny, shiny metal. You don't really see any of the detail because it reflects away, so you can't quite make out what's going on. I'm getting better at the super gluing, I think.
Oh, I'm so proud of you, you know.
Paul Lewis says, but I don't want to go to school. Oh, hang on. I don't know if you've ever had this, right? But, you know, like you get the dreams where you're at school.
Yeah.
And maybe in the dream, you've got an exam coming up and you've not revised for it. Or, you know, you've got a test. Or it's whatever it is, you know. You've not done your homework or something like that. And in the dream, that's one of the issues you've got to deal with.
Yeah.
Have you ever done that thing where you have that dream and then when you wake up and for a little few moments you're not quite sure if you actually have to do the homework and it takes you a few minutes before you go, wait a minute, no, that's 40 years ago, I don't need to worry about that now.
Yeah,
it's really weird, isn't it? I literally have sat there and thought, no, wait, hang on, no, that's 40 years ago, Fox, don't worry about it.
Yeah, but you convince yourself that you've got to revise a maths test.
Yeah, you wake up and think, oh crap, I've got, oh wait, hang on, oh no.
Yeah, it was like, I had a love-hate relationship with school. That was just one of them.
the CA glue off me pointy quickly, so I don't breathe any fumes in. Yeah, go on. There you go. I'll do. Don't do that for more than a second or so, folks. You'll breathe in fumes and die.
Oh, yeah.
Die. You will die tonight.
Yeah, you don't want to be doing things like that.
Built me heavy. I think I've got more of those heavy weapon squads to build, but I'm not sure how many.
You seem to be enjoying them.
Yeah, I've never done metal before. So, I mean, I've got metal and I've stripped them of paint and I've painted a metal figure before because there was one of my Lehman Russ, but I've never actually built a metal army before. So I can't wait to get them primed up and see what they're like to paint because they are really small. It's going to be quite a challenge because they're not human proportions. They're kind of stubby and squat,
yeah,
like the old figures were. So they're even smaller than normal, like Imperial Guard dudes.
At the end of the day, as long as you're having fun, that's the key.
Oh God, yeah. Oh yeah, absolutely.
You know, that's what I always say to people. They go, "Oh, I've only built this." It's like, yeah, but did you have fun doing it? Yeah, and your job is done.
In fact, you know what I'm going to do now while you're doing that decal?
What's that?
Before we finish for the day, I'm going to get Scraps down off there because he's in the way. Let me move the camera back up again. It'll be out of focus, folks, but never mind. I'll get him out of the way. He guards my pot o' stones. Pot o' stones. While you're doing that decal, what I shall do is
decal is done.
Ooh, I shall get a little bit of super glue. I shall just add a little bit of flavour.
Yeah, no, you do what you got to do, mate.
Well, while I'm sat here waiting for you, I shall do a little bit of this.
Little bit of this, little bit of that. Have some of this, have some of that.
Blobs of glue there, little bit there. I've got other ballast materials as well, but what I'll do for the moment, while I have and second, is not figure out how to get this lid off. Brilliant. Now I've got the glue on them. There we go. Get some of these little dudes.
Still line that up because that's a bit pissed go, isn't it? You don't want to do that.
Sprinkle them on. Give them a second. Get a piece of tissue.
A bit of tissue.
Little bit of tissue. Might not work because I've just kind of slapped it on top of the glue and I might get like
slap it on.
Slap it on, said Ted.
What's the betting? Ted sat there and did the slap it on noise.
Yeah, and the Wallace and Gromit hand gesture.
Yeah.
Right, let's see if any of this is stuck. Probably not. I don't think I put enough glue down there really to get any of these to stick, but we'll find out.
I'm quite pleased with how that's come out. Like I say, I can let them all go off now.
Here, go off. I could go off you.
Yeah.
Give me a little brush.
It's one of those. It's a nice little bit of progress made on that because I was out of the loop with me spray booth for a week, wasn't I? So next big project to go in there is going to be my 1/16 scale Volkswagen bus.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Volkswagen bus.
No, I'm pleased with that. We've got a bit of that going on whilst you're doing that.
It's a bus of the people.
We've got the decals on.
Right, so I've got them down.
I'm pleasantly pleased.
Hope and pray they're not glued to my bench. Then we come in with the thin CA glue. We risk life and limb with the thin.
There you go.
CA tubes.
Absolutely.
Tubes.
We've got the bumpers done. We've got number plates on.
Safety.
So that's all the decals done now.
Oh, the decals.
Yeah. they're all done. And like every decal job I do, folks, the first thing I do is I always scan the model kit decals in so that I've got them on the system. So if ever you tear a decal, you can just print new set off.
Yeah, or you need a backup, or or you just
you every build I do, I always scan the decal sets in because you never know. I've had it before. Sit there and you're like, damn it.
I must yet send you a PDF, a PNG.
Yeah, PSD or PNG, however you want to do it.
Yeah. With some special decal artwork on it. Special decal for special people.
For special projects that we can't talk about yet.
We cannot discuss this or I would have to kill you. Yeah. Also, you may die anyway.
So,
and I've glued tissue to my fingernail. That's good. To my thumb, even. And this plaster's rubbish because it keeps coming off.
What's he like?
What is he like? I do not know. So, let me put these back in there. Back into the pot of... I don't know where I got these from. Oh, I got it from, like, a shop because it says horticultural grit on the pot. Okay. I didn't realise I bought a pot of actual... And I still don't know where I got it from. I don't remember buying a pot of horticultural grit. I've got some sandy stuff as well, but I'll do that with PVA towards the end if I need sand.
So proud of you, you know. They grow up so quick.
So there you go. I've got some rocks on my base now.
Look at that, folks.
A little bit of flavour.
Go full screen, mate, if you want.
Let me put these guys back then, because I've done them too. Yeah, you can't really see much though. It always looks really crappy when it's just... There you go.
There you go.
So I've got my little heavy bolter squad there. With the guy feeding the ammunitions. And a few random rocks, which look really stupid without anything else on them. But I'll put some soil and stuff
bits of detritus on there. Be well done, mate.
They always look weird when they've got nothing else on the bases. So that's my output for That's my output for today. Do you want to go full screen on yours?
Yeah, there you go. We have done a bit of decaling. Well, all of the decaling. You've got all the decals on the side there. Got to let them conform, and then I should go at them with any other strength solutions as they need it.
That's looking awesome.
So it's getting there, and then we've got my my cover up.
Thing is, I think that works really well, especially given it's, you know, like Chevrolet and cabs and stuff. I think that works really well.
Yeah, it just breaks it up a little bit.
Well, it's the checkered flag, isn't it? So it fits with it.
So that's what I've done there, as well as dashboard decals. They're all on there now.
That looks awesome.
So I'll let them go off, and then I'll put some hard coat in there to give the lens effect on the front. So, yeah.
How did you paint that dashboard then, Cole? How did you do the silver bit?
How did I do it? Green stuff chrome, mate.
Ooh.
Basically, everything was sprayed red. Mm-hmm. Obviously, de-chromed the centre bit, because if you remember rightly, this was a really gnarly fit. Oh, yeah. So I had to reshape the edges with green stuff and smooth it all, and then I basically sprayed everything red, then I brush painted gloss black in and around the dash, then done the chrome, and then obviously the decals. So
I love the way you talk about a little bit of green stuff like it's no big deal.
Yeah, well, this was, if you remember rightly, on the Friday show, none of these ends would meet together. It was all splayed apart, so I had to really weaken it and warm it up and put the clips on it, and then backfill with green stuff just to try and recreate these corners, because, it was a pretty crappy mould, to be honest with you, but it's come up all right, and I managed to continue the swage line all the way round as well into the green stuff. So, yeah.
Nice.
So I recovered that. I was quite pleased with that. So
very nicely done.
So that's where that is. Got me number plate decals, engine decals. So it's, when it comes to Friday, it should just be assembly.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Happy with that, folks. So hopefully you've enjoyed what we've done.
Yes.
Again, massive thanks, folks, for coming in and joining us two idiots. And we will see you Wednesday over on eModels for a bit of Workbench Wednesday, because we've both got our Bane blades primed now, haven't we, mate?
Yes, primed and ready for painting.
So, yes, we'll be doing a bit of that. I'm carrying on with me rust effect this week, so we're doing a bit of that. Yeah.
I'm starting camouflage painting, I think.
Yeah. So there you go, folks. So have a nice rest of the evening wherever you are.
Yeah.
Don't work too hard, and we'll see you Wednesday. Bye for now.
Right. Adios,
Bye.
amigos. Bye.
Hey kid, don't ever let them get inside your head. They'll tell you what to do in life instead of everything you know that you could get. Don't let them guide your life towards regret. I'll fight for what I love with every breath. My past is filled with things I won't forget. I use them all to push me to my best.